Hello my friends, I'm finally back covering free VR games. Today I'm showcasing 12 free games, some very recently released, and others have been out for a while but have only recently become free. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get started with Bow to Blood: Last Captain Standing. It was once a paid game that has recently become free. In Bow to Blood, you play as an airship captain competing in a winner-takes-all reality show.
Welcome to the second match, challengers. Beware the culling. At the end of this match, one of you will be eliminated.
During the competitions, you stand at the bridge of your mighty ship, controlling where you fly and where the cannons fire. If things get too close for your cannons, you can grab your sidearm to fire as well. You have 2 crew members at your command, and you'll need to decide which station they should occupy depending on the situation you're in.
What you need? Taking over sensors.
You'll also manually divert resources to special abilities on your ship by moving cubes on your dashboard, almost like a board game. The combat can get really intense. For me, the challenge ramped up really quickly. In between matches, you'll return to your private abode. It's there that you'll collect various souvenirs and trinkets for your achievements, alliances, and arenas that you visited. There's a fair amount of lore in here as well, between the conversations that you'll have with other captains, and the ever-growing list of intel notes that you'll gather as you face new enemies and see new places. The campaign is different every time you play it. Randomized encounters and a rotating cast ensure that no 2 playthroughs will be the same. You can play this in either VR or flat screen, but obviously I think VR is the way to go. It's a shame I never got the chance to play this when it was a paid game, because it's a really good game, with fun, colorful design and lighthearted sense of humor.
Wait, is this the part where we tell the captain our life stories? I'll go next. I was born very young.
You may not be taking this seriously, but I am. I have to.
Oh, Marlowe, always so stoic.
But now that it's a free game, I think it's an absolute must download that everyone should try. There is a downside though. Since the game was abandoned, you might have to do a lot of manual tweaking to get your particular VR controllers to work. For example, the Vive wands work perfectly fine as is. The Index controllers need Revive installed, and Windows Mixed Reality controllers need OpenVR files manually installed by you, and after that, you'll need to set up custom bindings in SteamVR. Links for all of these details are down below.
What you need? Operating drones?
Howdy!
The key's in the middle of a minefield. Are they allowed to do that?
Bulk Dominoes VR Kinetic Rush is your domino toppling dream come true. Normally you might not think that a domino game would be that deep, but I was rather impressed at the toolset they've developed here, especially for a free game. While in build mode you can place dominoes one at a time, but it's much more fun to simply click and drag to create a path of dominoes you want. There are tracks you can place and expand, as well as pre-built bridges and props. There are multiple kinds of dominoes to choose from, including dominoes that look like toys. After you build them, you can also paint them to give your domino course some real personality. There's a save and load feature with lots of save slots. Besides toppling dominoes to your heart's content, there are special challenges to complete that will unlock unique buildables if you successfully complete the challenge. Although the pieces do snap into place during the challenges, so they're not actually difficult. If you enjoy dominoes, then you simply must try this. It's a great little free game. There isn't full Windows Mixed Reality support though. Playing on the Reverb G2, I wasn't able to teleport and move, but everything else worked fine on the G2. The Beast of Stormy Forest is an escape room game that claims to eventually have 4 chapters in total. Currently, there's only 1 of them available. At the beginning, an elderly gentleman gives you a brief introduction as to why you're here.
I'll leave you to your work and keep an eye out for his return. You may want to check around his desk. He shut a drawer quickly when I came to see him the other day, as if he were hiding something.
And once you begin searching the room, it enters a lockdown state, so you have 1 hour to escape the trap.
A detective! You've triggered some sort of lockdown!
For a free escape room game, I say it's worth a spin. There's a few bugs here and there, and it could be more polished, but I've certainly played worse. I beat it in about 15 minutes. Hive Slayer is a straightforward wave shooter. On your left hand you can summon a shield by holding trigger, and on your right hand is a gun which you use to shoot all the enemies. Wave shooters are a dime a dozen these days, but I do give Hive Slayer credit for featuring a unique visual style with all the bugs and organic life forms in space. It's a cool, refreshing look. You can choose 3 game modes: Arcade, Retro, and Endless. Arcade is the wave mode. Retro mode makes it feel more like Galaga. For a wave shooter with a new unique visual style, check it out. Vectorwave is a tower defense game in a Tron-like visual style. It was once a paid game and has recently become free. If you've ever played tower defense games before, then the gameplay here is just as you would expect. But they made some nice, unique choices when making this for VR. For example, on your left hand is a rotating menu that shows you all of the towers you can build. Using your other hand, you grab from the menu the tower you want to build, and then you drop it onto the playing field for it to get built. Besides the towers themselves, you can also place buffers for the towers, which add more speed to their attacks or more power. The maps are rather large, so you need to move yourself by pressing the thumbpad and then dragging your hand like you're dragging yourself along the level. It's like a push and pull movement mechanic. You also have some weapons that you can fire yourself. You can grab a bomb from the menu and toss it onto the ground. Or you can also fire a laser directly from your left hand. Both of those weapon modes will cost you resources, so you need to be frugal with those. I really like the visual style they've designed here. It feels just right for a tower defense game, in my opinion. I'm not usually drawn to tower defense games, but I enjoyed playing this one. I say it's worth a download. The Book of Distance is an incredibly well-made interactive short film. It tells the story of Yonezo Okita, who left his home of Hiroshima, Japan to start a new life in Canada in 1935. After which, war changed everything. The story is told by his grandson, as he guides us through the story like a magical theater production that unfolds all around you.
What did a house in Hiroshima look like? Like this? I know he had siblings, brothers, and a sister named Humiko.
There's quite a bit of interaction in here. It's not a passive experience.
I wonder how he felt exchanging letters with people so far away, in a place he could only imagine.
Runtime is about 30 minutes, and it's really amazing. I highly recommend it. And now for a story in a very different tone, Camp Marshmallow is a short interactive comedy experience where you play as a scoutmaster, supervising 4 young scouts enjoying marshmallows over a fire.
The fire's roaring and our sticks are sharp, Scoutmaster. The only thing missing are the marshmallows.
Things get strange pretty quickly, and I honestly found myself laughing out loud a couple of times. Playtime is about 10 minutes.
A beautiful memory.
Okay, I apologize because I could not figure out how to pronounce this guy's name, but by the title you can tell this is a free sampler demo of a full skiing game. And to be honest, I really suck at this game. Or rather, I should say that I'm really good at hitting trees. So you'll likely be better at this than I am, and for a free demo, there's a fair amount of quality skiing and snowboarding in here. With plenty of replayability if you want to go for a high score. And of course, be sure to avoid the trees. Battle Arena VR is a graphically simple, but still very active, multiplayer arena shooter.
Double kill.
After you complete the training, you can choose a map from the main hub area. Each map will say if it's a deathmatch or a team game. On your left hand is a grappling hook, which is great for moving quickly or reaching new heights. And on your right hand, you can cycle between your arsenal to eliminate the other players. As far as I can tell, it's pretty much the whole game. I was really surprised by the fact that every time I played, there was a significant player base playing at the same time, which is rare for a free multiplayer game. If you're immune to motion sickness, then it's good for some quick combat action.
3, 2,
Ready.
1. Rounds completed.
Great Paintings VR is a straightforward historical artwork experience. You're standing in a single room facing famous paintings on the wall. There's 300 paintings in total to cycle through. On your hands are magnifying glasses to see in more detail. On your left are some options like disabling or enhancing the magnifying glass, changing the music, etc. For a free and much more fully featured museum, I'd recommend Versailles VR The Palace is Yours, which I've covered before. But if you want to simply view famous paintings in detail, then this is a great experience for that. Iron Rebellion Demo is a fast-paced action mech game that's off to a promising start with a free alpha demo. It's still quite early. Right now it's just the base mechanics to let you play a wave shooter, but what's there so far is really solid. Controlling the joysticks with your motion controllers and turning by using your arm feels really nice. If you want some quick mech action, then I say it's worth a download. Roald Amundsen's house lets you explore the home of the famous explorer who mysteriously disappeared. It's all captured with photogrammetry, and so it's highly detailed and looks really good. For some reason, the experience insisted on showing me Oculus controllers, even when using the index, but the functionality was still there. Some items are interactable, which will present you with detailed information and sometimes contextual photos as well. For a tiny bit of virtual tourism and history, check it out.
Well, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. See ya!